This is what happens when it's the driest week of the sports year. What is going on, everyone? There's not much to talk about. There's no games. Baseball's in a break here. This is the type of news that happens when there's not much going on. But realistically, it is a pretty hot topic today. And James Ennis comes out with a quote that the Sixers are going to walk to the finals in the East. And guess what? Yep, it bothers me. It does. It does bother me a little bit just because James Ennis, who are you? Who gives you the credibility to say that? What have you done? I don't love it. I really don't. Now, if Ben Simmons says it, if Joel Embiid says it, totally different type of vibe to the quote. Now, here's the full quote. It's James Ennis on re-signing with the 76ers because it's a good team and a good chance of winning. The East is going to be wide open. We had a good chance last year. Kawhi is gone. He went to the West. So we are going to walk to the finals in the East. I don't like that he's stating we are going to walk there as if it's going to be easy as hell. There's no one who's going to be able to compete with us. The Boston Celtics are no threat. The Milwaukee Bucks, no threat. No one's going to be able to take us. We're just going to walk there. Once again, this is an 8th, 9th type of man off the bench. There's no credibility with this guy for him to be able to come out and say we're just going to walk to the finals. He also states that Kawhi Leonard's gone, as if this team wasn't going to be able to compete without Kawhi Leonard. Now, am I diving way too deep and way too harshly into this quote? I don't believe so. You need to dive into the context. He's stating because Kawhi's gone, it's a cakewalk. I don't know if we can go to the extreme of cakewalk, and I don't like the fact that we're mentioning Kawhi in this either. Realistically, here's what he should have said when he was asked about re-signing with the 76ers. I'm thrilled. This is a fantastic team. We were close last year. I wanted to go somewhere with a great chance to win. And I like the culture we have in Philadelphia. I don't know, just spitballing, something like that. Now, the argument of the people who don't like it like myself is you're giving fuel to the other teams. You're giving fuel to the other guys. Bulletin board material where they're going to now work harder because James Ennis is saying this. I'm not going to go to that extreme. Think about it. Next June, well, not June because that's when the finals really get going, but April, May. Do you think anyone is going to remember James Ennis' comments in the league? Maybe they do. But do you think Giannis at that point is thinking about what James Ennis said? Or is it way too big of a gap for this to really mean anything by the time it comes? Maybe some guys do thrive on it. Some people, some athletes thrive off people making statements. If I'm in the Eastern Conference and I'm on a team and I hear someone like James Ennis saying something, I'll probably think about it. I'll be thinking about it. Who knows? Maybe in May, June, and we see each other, and I see James Ennis on the other side of me, I'd be saying, oh, I remember your damn comments, so maybe some teams do. But to the point where it'll fuel their fire, and now when they play the Sixers, they're going to play the Sixers 10,000 times harder because of what James Ennis said. I'm not going to go to that extreme. It's the NBA. You're going to play your hardest no matter what. You're going to be playing just as hard to get up against the Sixers than you would have without this statement. Because the Sixers are obviously a good team in this league. Other teams know that. They're going to play just as hard with or without this statement against the Sixers. But I don't think James Ennis has the right to go out and say this whatsoever. If Ben Simmons says it, now we're talking. Even a guy who can't even take a jump shot right now. Because then it's, okay, Ben, hold your team to the standard. Let's go. Or Joel Embiid. He's a trash talker. If he says this, fine. But I can't live with a 9th, 10th man, 8th man doing this? Mike Scott's our 6th guy. Is James Ennis the 7th? What if Zaire Smith grows? Matisse Thybulle? Regardless, James Ennis is in that mix of players. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th men. The audacity for him to say that the Sixers are going to cakewalk through the damn Eastern Conference, it blows my mind. Is he doing it to spark the Sixers, maybe? Is he thinking in his mind, well, if I go off and say some things to the media about this team gonna make it, no doubt about it, is he trying to spark Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris to have a huge offseason and to get going and really take a next jump in their careers? I can't personally say that I believe that's the way he went with this. I feel like James Ennis was just pouring out his emotion. He feels that way. And whether you feel that way or not, that's great. I want you to think that way. But coming out with it publicly is a whole nother situation. It opens up the doors for other people around the league to embrace it. I don't know. I don't know how he can really come up with this. Why this changes much? Big picture, it doesn't. Because as Philadelphia 76ers fans, what have we been saying since Kawhi Leonard left? Haven't we been saying the East is ours? It looks like the door's wide open here for the Sixers in the Eastern Conference. We have been. And I even made a video about it. Is the Eastern Conference the Sixers? But I never said it should be a cakewalk. That's what bothers me the most. I know that looking at where the Sixers are and their roster and other teams in this conference, I know the Sixers are at the top. I know they are. They're at the top with the Milwaukee Bucks, with the Boston Celtics, with who else? The Indiana Pacers, if you want, the Toronto Raptors, if you want, but they've taken a huge step down, in my opinion, from where they were, but they're still in the mix of playoffs. But at the top of the Eastern Conference, Bucks, Sixers, Celtics, I know they're there. I know they're at the top to compete. But James Ennis, with the 10 to 15 minute a night guy, can't say this. Now, he works his ass off. He's a dog. The guy plays hard. He gives you that energy. He plays defense. He won't let up. He's hard to play against. There's no denying it. He's going to give you everything he has defensively. Be a pest, be annoying, be aggressive on the perimeter, make you earn it. So he'll back up his statement with his play. But guess what? His 15 minute of play off the bench isn't it. And that's when it comes down to, he's not good enough to be making this type of quote. He's not big enough to make this type of headline. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, these players say it. Well, if they back it up with their play, we actually have a chance with their success to make it a cakewalk. James Ennis playing his hardest for 15 minutes a night, no matter how successful he is, isn't going to be the reason why it's a cakewalk or not. That's the way I see it. I know there are fans out there that eat this up. They love it. Good, put the pressure on the Sixers. We like our team confident. We want our locker room confident. We love our players to have that edge knowing that this statement was made. I don't see it that way. To me, it's a no-brainer. You go with the simple answer. How do you feel after being re-signed by the Sixers and realistically choosing the Sixers because he had other options and actually took less? Simple answer. I'm excited. I'm excited to be a 76er. I can't wait to get the season going. I can't wait to make a playoff run. It's easy to still have a positive quote and to have a positive message without this. And maybe it is getting criticized more because there's nothing else to talk about, because this is an empty week of really no sports. But watch what you say then. Be more careful. This guy had to grind his ass off to get in the league. Got cut a few times by some teams. Picked up here and there. I don't know how he has the type of leverage to go out there and make this statement. But maybe because it's him, the other teams laugh. Who? Who said this? So it's not even fueling them. They just laugh and then shake it off. I don't know. You saw Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris working with the developmental coach today. Sweaty, dripping sweat, putting in work. Maybe that's because of James Ennis' comments. I don't know. Maybe that pushed them to the next level. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Let me know your thoughts on this. It's very interesting. There are people who love this. There are people who dislike it. I'm on the dislike side. I don't think he has the credibility to go out there and say that it's going to be easy as hell to get to the finals in the East. Because it's not. It's not. This is the NBA. It's not. There's other teams up there. And you got to respect them. Because if not, bad things happen. You have to respect the other teams. Should we be able to compete with them? Yeah, absolutely. And maybe that's the way you go with this. You can't go, it's going to be simple. Not with his role. Stars, sure. Not his role. The message is different. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.